Hey YouTube, it's Marida and welcome to another edition of the Nurse Lounge. In this edition, we're going to continue my series of my narcissistic marriage, my road to recovery, and in this video, we're going to talk about mirroring. If you want to know what I mean by mirroring, then you need to stay tuned. All right, my name is Dr. Marida P. I'm a registered nurse, but in this video, we're going to talk about mirroring when it comes to the narc. And so many of you may not know what that actually means. I'm going to read a definition to you. However, before we get started, I want to provide a disclaimer that I am not a licensed therapist. I'm not a social worker. I'm not a psychologist, psychiatrist. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not a life coach. I'm not any of those things that could help diagnose or treat this disorder. However, I am a nurse who happens to have a doctorate, so I'm a doctor nurse, who happens to be married still legally to a narcissist, at least who I think, well, he's actually a narcissist, but in terms of who I think has what's called narcissistic personality disorder. It cannot be diagnosed by me. It has to be diagnosed by someone who is licensed to do so. So he has no formal diagnosis, but he does meet the criteria. Anyway, this video is talking about mirroring specifically. And I want to talk about what mirroring actually means. So when a narcissist mirrors someone, and they typically mirror whoever they're with, okay? So that's going to be a hard word for me. Mirroring in narcissism means they mirror the likes, the dislikes, the dreams, the passions of the target, and it intensifies, the target is the person, the supply typically, and it intensifies the bond even further. So this is basically, if you meet someone who they likes everything that you like he's like, oh, I love going to plays. I love this. Oh, I like going to plays too. Well, that can be coincidental. Some people do like the same things, but when it comes to the narcissist, they like whatever you like all the time. They become you. They mirror you. They will start using words that you use. They will start using mannerisms or just different thought processes. They copy you. They basically copy who you are and present it to you as is their authentic self. One way to know that your person who is a narc is either cheating or seeing someone else or been around someone else is listen to the words that they start to use. I guarantee you, if they are with somebody else, and it doesn't have to mean they're cheating, but if there's somebody else that they're hanging around, they will start to use words that they use. Words they don't even know what it means, but they will use words that they use. So here's an example. When it comes to him mirroring me, it would be things like if I say, well, I'm going back to school to get my doctoral degree, which is what I said in 2016 that I plan to go in 2017 to get my doctoral degree. Well, all of a sudden now when I get accepted, now he going back to school to get his history degree or whatever kind of degree he's going to get. And I'm like, okay, well, where was you plan on doing this before I mentioned all this? If I had said that I'm going to go buy me a new car, oh, I'm about to go buy me, and it's going to be bigger and better than what I have, okay? Anybody who, they one-up you, they do what you say, they do what you're going to do, they mirror you. And when it comes to the initial mirroring, they do it to get close to you. They do it to further that bond, like I read in the definition. So if you meet someone for brand new and he or she, you meet someone and they're like, oh, I love the arts. And you ain't never met nobody who really like the arts like you do. And like, oh, I love the arts. And you're like, oh, okay. And then you find somebody, I like skydiving. Oh, I like skydiving. And you're like, oh, okay. And then, you realize you got so much in common. And of course, anytime you find somebody that you have a lot in common with, even if you're platonic and it's male, if it's two females and you're platonic, well, you know what I mean? Just friends. Just people are just friends. And when you meet someone and you're like, oh, you like the same things I like, you naturally have a bond with that person. Like, okay, maybe we can go do some of these things together. A new friend. Well, the narcissist does the same thing, but they do it they do it to get close to you so they can kind of be who you are and upgrade themselves. Okay. So all of a sudden now they're telling people, oh yeah, I'm in school to get this, that, and the other. And I'm doing this, and I'm like, okay, he ain't never did this, that, and the other. He's talking about me. When I say they use words, let me tell you what the narc in my life did. So besides the fact that he mirrored me in terms of, everything that I did or everything that I said, in terms of school, in terms of career. Oh, I'm going to go into this. I'm going to go into that. I'm going to do this even better. Besides even that, so there was one time he sent a text, right? This is how I knew he was with somebody new. And he sent a text, and it didn't sound like him at all. Like you when you text someone, you've been around people long enough, you can kind of hear them in the text. You can kind of hear them saying something like that. I can hear you in the text. And you know their verbiage, you know the words. Well, he used the word dude. Okay, first of all, we ain't never used no word dude here, okay? I've never said that, nor has he never said that. That's how I knew when he said dude, and then whatever else he had to say. He said dude, ... and whatever else he had to say. I'm kind of like, oh, okay, either somebody else typed this up or this is you mirroring, trying to, say what they say. Because that's what they do. Now, don't get this confused with when you are not a narcissist. And let me tell you another scenario. When you meet someone that you actually like, and they're not a narcissist and you're not a narcissist at all, you will pick up on some of their habits and use the words they tend to use, okay? When you have a natural affinity to people and you like people, you will start using some of their mannerisms, okay? You will start saying some cliche things that they say. I have friends who, I used to say, I'm just saying. That would be my catchphrase. I'm just saying. Now they say, I'm just saying. Or I always use hashtag she cute though, because, I'm always put together and cute. Now they say, oh, she cute though. They talking about me, but the thing is they're saying it in how I would say it. Because again, when you like someone, you typically can do or say something like that. However, when it comes to the narc, that is not their situation. It's not because they like you. They want to be you. That's the difference. When you like someone or you like each other and you typically have some mannerisms that rub off on one another, that's normal. Okay, that's normal. We all will say certain things or do certain things in a way, or we learn ways that people do things and we end up doing them ourselves because we like that person. This is not the narc in this situation. The narc is mirroring you to be you. They be you. They want to upgrade themselves. They're actually jealous of you. And they kind of render you as being somewhat perfect, if you will. Now, mind you, no one's perfect, but they kind of render you of being, because they have issues themselves, right? And because they have insecurities, they look to you to fill those voids. So they have things that they want to see within you that they like. So therefore, they mirror you to get whatever they need to get from you. But then they use those same things that they mirror from you and take that to the new supply. Take that to the new person. So the next thing you know, when they present themselves to the new person, if you were someone who liked someone who dressed a certain kind of way and they saw that gets them some kind of attention, they're going to take everything they learned from you and move on to the new supply and then do that chameleon, that version of them to them. And then after they do that, they learn whatever they need to learn from that person, pull for what they need from them. And when they no longer need them, they become into yet a new person. It's like a chameleon. They change all the time, okay? That's what they do. Mirroring is not a good thing. This is not where they do something to befriend you. They're doing this because they want to be you. That's all I have to say on this topic for mirroring. He crazy, like I told you he was. He's not been diagnosed with NPD, however, or narcissistic personality disorder. However, that is what I feel like he has. He has the traits to a T. I want to tell you that narcissistic abuse, or what they do to us, is a form of abuse. So most people think, oh, well, he don't hit me, so he's not abusive. Oh, yes, he is, or she is abusive. If they are doing something to cause harm to you mentally, emotionally, financially, so they're withholding money from you because they know you're not working or something like that. If they are doing something to, of course, physically or sexually, all those are defined as abuse. You are being abused if you're with a narcissist, okay? So just be mindful of that. You need to figure out a way to get out, figure out what your exit strategy is, and keep it moving. This is all for this video right here. Definitely subscribe if you happen to like videos like these. Thumbs this video up. And follow me on IG if you so choose. That is more about my nursing journey. I don't really put anything like this on there because, for one, it has nothing to do with it. And I'm doing this right here to help people who may need help, who don't know exactly what's going on. People often want to know, who do I watch when it comes to narcissism? And I have some key channels that I definitely watch all the time. Dr. Carmen Bryant, Overcoming Narcissist Abuse. Dr. Les Carter, Surviving Narcissism. Associate Direct, which is Quinn Holliday. Pink Girl Teaches. Hario Ovadatop. I watch him. He's new. He's new to me. The Royal We is new to me as well. I watch Sarah Speaks. And I also watch Bishop, or he's not a bishop, but he's a pastor, R.C. Blakes Jr. He definitely talks about narcissism and the Jezebel spirit, and basically how we can rid ourselves of that in our lives. The Jezebel spirit doesn't only apply to women, okay? Just hear him out, R.C. Blakes Jr. If you go watch his videos, you'll see what I'm talking about. I will have those listed in the comments below or the description box below as well if you want to go check those out. Until the next time, you all take care. Bye-bye.